Hey, what's up, fam? Welcome back again to Recap Kickback. It's me, your host, Chappell, back to talk to you about some more movies, TV, music, and whatever else that's black that we want to talk about. Today, we have a very special movie to talk about. It's the return of Denzel Washington and Spike Lee in Highest to Lowest. It should be out on Apple TV. I believe it's out in theaters as well. And so you have not seen it, go watch it. If you don't want to watch it, guess what? We're going to talk about it all today. And so be sure to stick around for that. But in the meantime, with me, of course, is my amazing co-host, Mari. Mari, welcome back.
Yay, we're back. Talking about a black ass movie like we do.
Mhm.
I'm glad to be back. Glad to talk to you about something on Apple Plus that Apple Plus don't be really marketing anything.
Nope.
So, you know, we're here to kind of do the marketing for this movie, I guess.
Yeah. And I'm very interested to hear your opinion because I've gotten conflicting reports about this movie, but thankfully we brought in a third opinion as well. With us back again, our personal lawyer, the counsel himself, AJ Norris. AJ, welcome back.
Glad to be back. Excited to be back. I'm being above 50 with you, right? Like, I don't listen to podcasts on 1 at speed. So when I heard your theme song on 1 at, it's like, oh, whoa, this is a lot lower than I'm used to.
You've been listening to the techno mix.
It be right. And I'll be like, ooh. Dance, just dance.
Wow.
To my goddamn self. Yes, that's right, AJ. Welcome back. It's been a while. When was the last time you were here on Recap Kickback?
Was it for the games with Camille?
Yes,
Oh,
I think
okay,
so.
yeah.
Our special episode where we play games. We got to bring that back eventually. AJ is long overdue. People have been demanding your presence to talk about Medea.
I haven't watched Medea yet, so I
haven't seen it either. I've been waiting on AJ. Whenever he's ready, we go talk about it.
Don't put that on me. Don't put that.
Mari, what's that shameful look?
That sounds like another week off for me. I don't know.
Another week off.
Who said that?
Because I'm being bugged, right? It was exciting. Like Medea was coming out. I think we talked about this over a year, basically. Like when it comes out, we're doing this. And then some Tyler Perry news came out. I was like, oh, so let's just back up for a minute.
Yeah. Not to sound like a big old hypocrite, but yeah, them allegations did slow me down, but not enough to not watch Beauty in Black, which will be back this week. Mari,
just next week.
We gotta come back with Beauty in the Black. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I don't know. What are they gonna do now? I don't understand. Okay, we'll see what happens.
I don't even remember how it ended. I don't even. It's been so long that I don't even know where we left off.
And something tells me when we do watch the new episodes, Tyler Perry also is going to forget how it ended.
It's not going to quite go together like it should. Last time I remember the girl had some evil ass shots that were taking her out the game, and then we haven't. And
Chappell, that was literally 4 months ago. So
damn, you're right. That wasn't that
Tyler went right. He get y'all back in the studio,
back in the office tomorrow.
We about to record for another 4 days.
I don't know
this stuff out.
I don't know what the updates are on the allegations, but we gonna pretend like we don't hear them. La 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 la.
God!
Our official stance.
Listen, there's a lot of people that's you can love the art, but not the artist.
Yeah, that is not me. That is not me.
Have I ever loved the art of Tyler Perry? That's a great question.
Right? Do we love either of those things, Mari? That's the question. Love is the question.
At this point, it's just completionism. We started this, so we have to finish it.
We owe it to the listeners. But today we're going to be talking about highest to lowest. Before we get into all of that, I have to always thank the listeners for being here, checking us out. If you're here on our YouTube page, youtube.com/@recapkickback, you're looking at us, say hi, leave a comment, let us know, and then make sure you hit that like button and let everybody else know that this is a video that you enjoyed and that they need to come join Recap Kickback, because we got a bunch of new subscribers and new listeners, and so I always want to make sure that they know that they are welcome here at the Kickback. Everybody can come. But Mari, before we get into the movie, we got some other Black entertainment news to talk about.
Yes. Well, Black entertainment news / just entertainment news. The VMAs.
Yeah.
The VMAs was on Sunday. Um, Weirdly though, this time they broadcasted it on CBS and Paramount Plus live. Like normally they do a simulcast on like MTV, VH1, BET, but
Mhm.
I found it really interesting that they now put it on their basic cable channel. They put it on CBS and Paramount Plus, and apparently the ratings went up significantly, I believe. I had the ratings in front of me. Of course, I don't have my phone right now, but the ratings did go up, which makes sense if it's on a basic cable channel.
Mhm.
Some people have attributed the ratings going up to Alandria making appearance at the VMAs.
Okay, slow down.
Love Island season 7.
Everybody slow down. I didn't
The
realize the
Nicolandria
VMAs got the
stands.
the Love Island boat. You know?
Yeah. She looked good on the red carpet, so I can see where the confusion could have happened, but I would chalk this up to just being more widely available to a general audience. Doja opened the VMAs, and I will give it to her. That performance was stellar. It was great. It was like an 80s throwback performance.
Mhm.
And I was like, if you weren't such a weirdo, I would just get fully behind you. But but it was great. It was great. Like Doja really be killing the rap girlies when it comes to performance.
I was having this conversation with somebody the other day, and I was ready to give Doechii her flowers, and I was like, honestly, I think
Doechii's
and I was like, I think Doechii has is like right there at like she's the next like prop. And then before I could finish the sentence good, I said, but if Doja stopped acting weird, I was like, Doja, because you really can't deny the art, okay, the product. She started off with "Bitch, I'm a Cow." It didn't do nothing. But then
Which I
she
still
got
that did
can't
everything.
believe
That
that.
Chappell did everything, Chappell. I
It
don't know
was
what you mean. Doja's not Doja today if it wasn't for Bitch I'm a Cow.
Honestly. And that is the crazy thing about music. We are at a point where she made a meme song. It's her and Lil Nas X. They made meme songs that became so huge that they are now like pop rapper icons. Like that's insane.
Yeah.
And that was 9 years ago as well.
She hasn't missed since then. Like she hasn't missed. Like in those 9 years, like she just is like she's a top rapper. She can sing a little bit, and she's always a great performer. And she gonna give you visuals for a music video every time too. If she just get out of those racial chat rooms showing feet, then I think I can support her. Put your feet up, don't you?
No, dating Nazis. I mean,
come on, man.
But anyways,
but it's like truly back in the day, you will hear "Bitch I'm a Cow" just laugh, and then the YouTube do the automatic replay. The Tia Tamera came out and said, "Wait a minute, this is something." Wait a minute.
I was just listening to Tia Tamera today. Today. Like I'm not bullshitting. Like
yeah, it's a good song. Mari, Mariah Carey was at the VMAs. I think she got her first ever VMA. Is that true?
Well, I don't know if it was her first ever VMA, but she got the Video Vanguard Award. So it's their Lifetime Achievement Award for videos. And it was great. Ariana Grande presented her award, and I was like, duh. But Ariana didn't sing anything. And I'm like, why do we have she's right here.
Do it. Do the things. Do it.
Do all of the things.
Do the things.
Mariah did her a little melody, a melody. What is it? Melody, what is it? You know what I'm saying?
A medley.
There we go. That was the medley of all her, like all these really good songs. And in the back, it had like the video, like flashes from the video reminding you how good those videos were. And it was just banger after banger after banger. And she was singing.
I heard the mic was on. I haven't heard it, but people said the mic was on.
So that's the thing, right? I don't think I think the mic was on during the I think they recorded her vocals live and then she lip
Mhm.
synced to her own recorded vocals. That's live vocals. That's what
Mm.
if I had to guess, if I was a betting person, that's
Mhm.
what I would think happened. They did what Saturday Night Live does, essentially.
Mm.
Because it wasn't like it was just her tracks. You could
Mhm.
tell that there was a live element. I do think that when she started off the set, she was live because she started off sitting on a chaise lounge. I forget the name of the song that she was singing, but it was really good. And I was like, okay, I think she was singing here. Now the rest of it, I don't know. Especially near the end, I was like, it was giving lip sync for your life. Near the end, especially when we got to "We Belong Together," I was like,
Well, that's a hard song.
but that's the thing too.
Mhm.
That's why I think it was recorded live previously because she was not like A. Marie. She knows how to lower the notes and move the notes where they need to be for her current state. And it
Uh-huh.
it was great. It sounded great. But again, I don't think she was singing live. And she was doing classic Mariah, just
The bare minimum.
sauntering around. At one point, the dancer had to grab her and tell her, here.
Get on it.
It was so. The dancer would do like a shimmy in the back, and she do the looking like half-hearted shit.
Who granny is she?
Classic.
They're always shepherding her around. I remember when she went live on Instagram and they're like, somebody walked in like, look, Mariah, those are your fans. She's like, wow. It's like her and Janet Jackson both act like they are like 65,000 years old. Like they act like they've never seen a microphone before. Like, oh, this thing for me is like, Mariah, you're the queen. You're one of the queens. She's a diva. We've all seen it. I don't mind that her voice don't do what it used to do because obviously Ariana Grande is walking around with it. So I mean, it's like somebody's using it. So I don't have no real issue with that. Yeah, but I love this. I need to watch the VMAs. AJ, you didn't watch it?
I've watched clips and pieces of it, and clips of Mariah doing the bare minimum. But like, I did look it up. It's like actively insane that this woman has not won a VMA before. This week, like this woman has like
ridiculous.
Like she has so many big songs. Like she deserves a reward
and videos. I mean, because that's what it's supposed to be about.
Yeah, she has some fun music videos. I liked "We Belong Together." That was
We Belong Together, so good. They spotlighted, yes, Obsessed. We Belong Together. Heartbreaker.
Shake It Off.
Shake It Off was not included.
That's my shit. That's my song. Look, people be like, I don't know if I like Mariah Carey. Oh, you must not have heard Shake It Off. That's obvious.
They did like an Emancipation of Mimi section, which Emancipation of Mimi is legit my favorite Mariah Carey album. I don't care. I understand all of the albums before that were good as well. But Emancipation of Mimi was just my ish. It just came at a perfect time in my life for me to just appreciate Mariah Carey,
Well, obviously Shake It Off is on that album, so it makes sense.
It was.
It was.
The material, okay?
I didn't say it wasn't a good song. It's a great song. I just said it wasn't highlighted.
I know. I just have to remind people that like Shake It Off is kind of that. It's that song. I mean, like, people don't give it enough, y'all, and it really just
shake it off.
In other Black entertainment news from the VMAs, Cat's Eye performed Gnarly.
Okay.
And so, Chappell, did you cover
that means nothing to me.
Academy on Netflix?
Did I cover what?
Pop Star Academy on Netflix?
No.
No? Okay. So, from what I understand, Cat's Eye is the girl group that's featured on that show. And apparently, like, they're huge, but like I haven't gotten to that show yet. And this was my first time hearing them perform. And the reason why people love them is because they're literally, it's like, I don't know, like 6 or 7 of them, and they're all like, there's a girl from each ethnic background. And they're doing like K-pop style pop. And their song Gnarly that they performed was actually really good. I was like, oh wow. Like, and then not only that, the whole crowd was singing it. Literally, the crowd was almost drowning out their vocals singing it. Now, the song is very simple. I think that's what, like, it's literally the same word over and over again, and that's kind of the crux of the song. But like, I was like, okay, now I might have to like stop and watch Pop Star Academy because I've been hearing so much about it, and I just didn't have a chance. So that was a really good performance. I'm trying to okay, if I want to move on to some white entertainment here.
I mean, you went to Cat's Eye. You kind of broke the mold there. I was gonna let you have it.
Like there's like
black
two
girl
other,
that's in there.
There's like one, then one that's deep. I don't know. She got a deep skin tone. So we gotta go up and comer / here. Sabrina Carpenter did her song Tears, which I also hadn't heard, which is surprising because I like to keep up with Sabrina. But the biggest thing was she had some of the like premier Vogue dancers, artists, Honey Balenciaga, Deshaun Watson. Yes, exactly. She had Willem, she had Lexi Love, lots of Drag Race girls on there. And she did like, it was a trans lives protects trans rights protest kind of like on her during her set, and it was really good. She did a really good job of like the song and delivering and having all that queer representation. And at one point they're literally holding signs that says like drag is love, the dolls, protect trans women, trans rights, or whatever. It was great. So that was a really good performance. There are a lot of good performances, to be quite honest. There is before I get to the main one, there was this little white boy named Conrad Gray. Never heard of him.
I don't think I know.
But he was dressed up as Prince Charming with a guy Snow White. I was like, look at the babies.
Come on,
the
the children.
They are just, it's just amazing. And that song was good. His song was called Cranberry Vodka. It was
you mean Conan Gray?
What did I say? Conrad,
auntie. Yeah.
Conan Gray.
What's that baby name? Conrad.
You know what I'm saying? He was such a cutie. He really was. I was like, what is going on here? I liked it. So, I had to add a few of these to the playlist, but the highlight was Mother Monster. Lady Gaga was back.
She's back
to perform Abracadabra and Dead Dance. And I literally had to stop and rewind because she did like a quick change on stage. I was like, I literally had to be like, wait. She came down, her wig, her makeup, like in the 30 seconds that the camera was off of her. It was so good. I love this version of Gaga. This definitely reminds me of Fame Monster Gaga. And that was my era of Gaga. So great job.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there, but yeah, we always gonna show love to Lady Gaga for some reason on Recap Kickback. She just, every time she comes up, I'm like, she's doing the things again. Like, we make room for Black entertainment and Lady Gaga. Like those
Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Because the funny thing is, as she was performing, I was thinking like her, like I knew the dances to her song. I was like, only she and Beyonce are those two artists where you hear their song and you immediately know that it makes you want to learn the dances, and the dances, and they use the dances. Like I can still do the dance to Bad Romance, you know what I'm saying, from back in the day. So that's what I was thinking. Like, she's such a freaking performer. She is just so skilled.
Yeah. I mean, Paris Goebel is her choreographer, and people might know her from being Beyonce's choreographer and a lot of stuff. I think she choreographed the Beyonce Bowl. So it's like, I think you're right. Paris goes to her moves, and they get like, they're like earworms. Like, you see it, and you see it again, and all of a sudden you're like, I think I could do this little something. But I heard Doechii won for best choreography, and that was kind of pissing people off because Abracadabra was a whole mood, and I think Doechii won for anxiety. I believe, the video,
Uh-huh.
which they was dancing. They was dancing.
Was they dancing in that one?
They were. They was doing a lot of stuff. People popping out
It
trash
was a
cans and stuff like that.
choreography.
Yeah, it was a whole.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. Yeah.
Like they were synchronized and stuff. Like, so, you know.
Yeah, they was in it. They was in it. So I saw some drama about that. But AJ, you had a good question before we started the podcast about the song of the summer. What's going down?
Because there was like a 12, 15, 25 songs, and that was nominated for Song of the Summers at VMAs. And I was like,
Are you serious?
Most of these. Yes.
Oh,
like,
I gotta look this up.
At it. Like Tate McRae won for Just Keep Watching, but other people that were nominated were.
I do not understand this Tate McRae thing. I'm just gonna let the babies have it.
They gotta give it to her. They gotta give it to her. They don't want her to have it. They don't want her to be next up. But she is. She is. Her mama, Brittany, and all of them her kids. The Pussycat Dolls are her mamas. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying,
okay.
Like, she in that same game. Yeah.
I can see that. But then you look at the other nominees in this category, like Addison Rae, Headphones On, Alex Warren, Ordinary.
Okay.
People performed.
Yeah,
he performed. I didn't listen to it.
I think he won Best New Artist.
Alan Warren did?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Alex.
Yes, Alex.
Okay. Like songs like All the Way, Fast, Jealous Type, Golden, Blue Strips, Daisies, like songs that like had their time in the sun and have their audiences. But then the question was like, would any of these be considered the song of the summer?
I have a controversial take.
Yes,
please.
I think it's Golden. K-pop Demon Hunters is the biggest Netflix project of all time.
Yep.
And also, I think of the soundtrack, I think 5 of the songs are in the top 10 on Billboard right now. Yep. And I'm pretty sure Golden is still number 1. So I think it's like, Golden, y'all.
Because like last year it was like not like us. It was easy. But the reason why it was songs because like it united all of us. We were all calling Drake a pedophile together. Like we all so it's like that's what the songs of the summer do. They unite us. And that's like that's why I think I agree with Chappell, because nothing has united the world more than K-pop Demon Hunters. Nothing. Like everyone has loved it.
Yeah, and if you want to check out my coverage of K-pop Demon Hunters, go to nothingbutpod.com and check out my other podcast, Nothing But Netflix, where I talked about it with Elisa, and she broke it all down for me. But yeah, AJ, I heard the list, and honestly, although none of them are my songs of the summer, it's very clear that K-pop Demon Hunters is like basically with the music industry and like even the movie industry right now. Because think about it, Netflix, K-pop Demon Hunters is probably the #1 movie on Netflix, but the sing-along, K-pop Demon Hunters sing-along was number 3 last time I looked.
Yeah,
it twice.
Yeah. I started watching it last week. No, maybe like 2 weeks ago, and I didn't get to finish it.
Yeah, so I think that's technically the song of the summer, but I just feel like we haven't had like one, like Not Like Us was definitely one of those ones that's like, let's all shout that Drake is, a freaky ass nigga, like let's yell it to the top of our lungs.
But even when I think of like some of the biggest songs that like I like am hooked onto or remember from this past year, they all came out like in October or November.
That
is so real.
Even Anxiety by Doechii, it's been a long time. Not a new song. Yeah. Well, okay, interesting. Well, I haven't watched the VMAs. Like I said, I just was asking questions based off of what I've seen online and certain clips that I've seen. So I will definitely check that out because I do love to talk about music. What's up?
Like the only reason I knew the VMAs were on was because that's why Big Brother was on Sunday.
Same.
Same.
Yeah. Yep. Them moving it from MTV is probably not a bad idea, considering who could tell you what comes on MTV at any given time. Like who? Please name me 4 shows on MTV. Yeah,
I was just about to say it, AJ. It's ridiculous. That's all it is.
That's it. So it's kind of like it's like a wasteland over there. You got to get your stuff out of there so people can watch it. I don't know. Maybe they could do something with MTV in the future, BET as well, where it's like you go over there and I remember, it's just there's nothing there. So I'm not shocked that this was good for ratings, but I'll definitely check it out. Let us know what you think about it in the comments. Let us know if you had a standout performance. If you don't think Golden is the song of the summer, or whatever, let us know in the comments on our YouTube page, youtube.com/@recapkickback. All right, Mari, is there anything else before we have to get into our feature presentation, highest to lowest?
Nope, nothing from me, nothing I can think about. So
Okay. Yeah, Beauty and Black on the horizon, highest to
Mhm.
lowest. So yeah, those are the big two as far as I'm concerned. So let's get into highest to lowest, and yeah, let's just jump right in. We've been tracking this movie for a while. We saw the trailer, we watched it here on Recap Kickback YouTube page. It was a great time. We were like, okay, Denzel and Spike, tale as old as time. We know what we're getting here. Big shout out to Jason from the Was It Good Though podcast. He asked me a very interesting question the other day. I was on their podcast talking about Training. Not Training Day. We're talking about Remember the Titans, which is like my favorite Denzel Washington movie, my favorite football movie. Like it's just like one of my faves. It's completely made up. It's fiction, it's make believe, but I love it. Anyway, we're talking about it, and the question came up: what is your favorite? What's like the best Denzel Washington movie? But then they flipped the question and said, what's the worst Denzel Washington movie? And while it was really hard for certain decisions to be made, I definitely got booed and they threw tomatoes at me, but I don't care. I said what I said. But Jason said highest to lowest. And so I came in thinking, this is going to be bad or maybe interesting, whatever. So I have to ask, AJ, you look confused. Did you feel like this was the worst Denzel Washington movie ever?
It wasn't great. It wasn't great.
What was the movie that had that accent that he couldn't maintain?
Fences?
No. The one it was like a British accent or something.
A British accent.
Yeah, he was in a movie where he was supposed to be British or something, and he couldn't maintain the accent.
I don't know.
Oh my god, I gotta figure it out.
The last time the man was British was in 1988, I believe. Was it Queen of Country or something like that?
Yes, that one. And that is why that was the last time. Yes, it was that one.
I don't think I've ever seen it, so I can't speak confidently about that. But I will take your word for it because it's really hard to find a bad Denzel Washington movie. But Mari, do you think this is like in the running?
No, that's it.
I'm saying if that's the worst, is this bottom tier?
It's highest, lowest, highest, lowest.
Lowest, yes.
It is bottom tier. I mean, but it's not like bad. Like I don't know.
Like you have Denzel Washington, you have Spike Lee, you have Jeffrey Wright. I'm expecting more than what I got.
Okay, I think that's fair.
Okay, but yeah, I don't know.
Like the moment I saw the Ice Spice on there, I was like, "What are we doing here?"
What do you mean? No. Let's talk about it because James was like, "Oh yeah, this is the movie." People are saying it's Ice Spice and Travis Scott in there. Ice Spice was in there for literally a minute and a half.
Yeah.
If that, she had one scene where she just basically said hi to him and was gone the rest of the movie.
She's like the fifth build character on the Google page though. Like when you look it up, like I thought she was like coming in to save the day. I thought Detective Ice Spice was gonna show up at the end.
What was the point? I don't even understand why she got billed for that. That was a cameo. That was a glorified cameo.
That was
Mari, the whole movie. I saw Ice Spice because I Googled the cast, right? Because I like to have the cast up when I'm doing my notes, so I know everybody's names. And I'm telling you, Ice Spice was like 5th on the list. So I figured she's gonna be a big part of this. I start watching the movie, she pops up, and then she disappears, and then there's a kidnapper, and there's a ransom, and I'm like, Ice Spice. It's Ice Spice. Why did they show it to her? It's not Ice Spice. She clearly, you know how it go, Mari. You gotta introduce her in the first act, hide her for a little bit, then she pop out at the end. Hi, we figured it out. It was my whole plan all along. And then she never came back. She
never came back. Absolutely never came back.
I just knew she was the mastermind, AJ. I just knew it.
Like it made perfect sense. Why else would you just drop her in there like so randomly at his place of business? It's like, oh my goodness, she's making a big play. Like she is what he hates about the music industry, and she's about to take it all from him. and she probably just took some donuts off the table. Like
so
none of that.
So Highest to Lowest is basically a remake of the movie High and Low from 1963 movie by Kurosawa, I believe, which is almost beat for beat the same movie. Like, it's not about the music industry. It's actually just about poverty and things of that nature. But like, it's the same, the same concept where this big rich guy has his son or a friend of son taken hostage by someone who is trying to make a statement about kind of like the disparity in class and in wealth. That's the original. This one, very similar. A statement more like about, I guess, I don't really know what the statement was, but what I'm getting at is that it's pretty much the same movie. And from there, we see we see Denzel Washington faced with a few questions as David King, our music mogul here. So throughout the movie, we get him doing some, I guess, addressing some very interesting dilemmas throughout. Number one being, hey, my son has been kidnapped. Do I pay the ransom or not? And if it's not my son, do I pay the ransom or not? Mari, what did you think about this central conflict? The idea that you are a millionaire, you have money, you are prepared to give the money today because it's your son on the line, but tomorrow it's your best friend's son on the line, and that money starts to look a little bit more tight. Your pockets kind of get a little.
I was really trying to figure out what the central conflict was, and I think it was supposed to be that, and that lasted for about like 20 minutes of the movie, I think. Maybe even not even that, maybe like 10-15 minutes. And I was just like, just pretend. Like, you already have the FBI there. The guy on the phone does not sound like the smartest cookie,
and he was not
in the bag.
No.
I would have been like, yeah, sure, I'll give you the $17.5 million in francs, in Swiss francs, because nobody's gonna ask questions about a black dude in Queens
at the money exchange,
exchanging
money for Swiss francs.
I didn't see what the conflict was, because it's just like, you just go when he came in, he was like, so would you at least pretend that you're gonna give them the money? And Denzel was like,
no.
Wow.
He said, you want him to give away he said, you want me to give away my real money for pretend? But that's my real money though. Like, you want me to pretend I'm giving away my real money? I don't know, man. He said, keep negotiating. Figure something else out.
You got to be kidding me. I thought that was insane. And then the fact that I don't think I don't know if I don't want to go too far ahead, but the fact that it didn't like wrap back around to like the original like deal, really, like, I was convinced. I was like, okay, maybe it's the best friend that is behind it. I thought maybe Jeffrey Wright was going to be behind. We were all waiting for a mastermind to be revealed, and that did not happen. Like, I don't know. It wasn't bad.
Oh no.
But I'm also wondering if I'm saying it wasn't bad because it was Spike Lee. I did forget that it was Spike Lee, like a third of the first third of the movie. So as I'm watching it, I'm like, why is there so much piano? Why is there so much orchestra in my ears? Why are they trying to make these moments so overly dramatic? I cannot deal with this. And when James came and watched the final hour and he sat down, I was like, I have no idea why there's so much piano. And he was like, it's Spike Lee. And I was like, oh, fuck. I forgot it was Spike Lee.
He do be doing that. AJ, what you think?
The moment I knew that this was going to be the best was when I realized Denzel was like not giving it his all. Like, I remember when he was not giving it.
He said his heart ain't in it.
He was like turning it on and off. I felt like
he got a call that his son was kidnapped, and you could not tell. Like, he was like, "Wife, our son has been kidnapped." Oh no! Calm down. Like, no urgency, no pep in his step. He was like, "Well, now I gotta step inside, I guess." It sounds like a Tuesday afternoon to me. People get kidnapped all the time, especially my kid. You know what? I decided to leave him at a basketball camp. I should have expected him to get taken.
I mean, you make a good point, AJ. I went through a range of emotions. Number one, I realized what was going on with the bad guy once the first call. Now I still was trying to figure out how Ice Spice was in charge of everything, but that's neither here nor there. But it made
like I'm gonna be about 50 with you. I would have swore to all of Jesus that Jeffrey Wright was the big bad. I heard ASAP on the call. I was like, it's ASAP, cool, but Jeffrey Wright is controlling all this.
Oh, thank you. That's exactly what I thought as well.
I never exactly went there. I'm like, even though I was not wrong, but still, I'm like, well, am I tripping? Did I miss it? Was I supposed to go there too? There was a point in the phone call, the ransom call. You're right, AJ. He definitely kind of hello. Oh, okay. Damn. All right. Bye. And then he goes inside like, yeah, they kidnapped Trey. They want a bunch of we don't even find out. And he doesn't come in like, wife, you won't believe this. Like, they got Trey. They want $18 million. Like, he comes in like, damn, they kidnapped Trey. And cops come in like, so did they give you any instruction? He's like, oh yeah, $17.5 million and then 1,000 Swiss francs, and then he just kind of rattling it off. And I'm thinking, sir, your son, people are dying, Kim. This is not I started looking at Denzel Washington crazy. I was like, are you in charge? Are you doing this, sir? Because remember, he's trying to buy back his company. And I'm thinking, is he holding his own son hostage to get the ransom money so that he can buy his company?
I didn't think of that.
That's where my mind was in. So I went to Jeffrey Wright. I was like, that poor felon ain't did nothing to nobody. Driving in his car. I was not concerned about him, but I started questioning Denzel very early because he just didn't react like somebody whose son was about to be murdered.
Yeah. And that's the thing, right? So again, also, while I'm still a third of the way into the movie, I was like, how did they get Denzel to do this movie? Like, I was like, what? Why is he doing this movie? And then again, once James had reminded me, I was like, oh, okay. So it was like the parts where Denzel was being like funny, where he's like making all these jokes with Jeffrey Wright, being like old man. It felt like he liked that, but then when it was like scenes where they're like, okay, Denzel, we need you to actually like be dramatic and act. He's like, like the one scene where he's in his office and Jeffrey Wright is like, can you use your money for my boy? And he's like, I'm not asking you for much. She's like, sounds like you're asking me for $17.5 million. And he just starts like throwing things around. I was like, y'all just want the Denzel reaction meme. Y'all want to recreate the Malcolm X Denzel reaction meme, because there was 8 different angles of him slamming the same books around.
The same book. It wasn't like there were different books. It's just the same book over and over.
It was so funny.
But I think that was where my moral conundrum came in, because I was like, yes, save your son for $17.5 million. Do it. Do what you got to do to get your son back. Never negotiate with terrorists, but this one, I guess you got to do it, right? But and then his son was safe. And then Denzel said that in that scene. I was like, $17.5 million is a lot of money.
Wait, AJ, wait. Then Jeffrey Wright's character Paul is like, I mean, I'm good for it. He like, you good for $17 million? Since when? He's like, he said, oh, this a loan. This is a loan you trying to say? I was like, yeah, it's not a loan. It is not a loan, actually.
$17 million loan. No.
It's not a loan. It's not a loan. But to me, AJ, I think you're supposed to go in there and say, we're going to get the money back. Like this, let's be realistic here. Nobody is giving somebody $17 million and they're getting away with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we will be able to track the money. We're going to put the tracker in the bag. The money is unmarked, but they don't know that yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can do whatever it takes to get this money back. They start moving money. Somebody gonna catch on.
Let's be for real. He asked for them in Swiss francs. Do you think that that dude has ever seen a real Swiss franc, I would have put Monopoly money in that damn bag and handed it to him. And he wouldn't have known the wiser. Travis, A$AP Rocky would not have known what kind of money was in that bag.
There's just no legal way you're gonna be able to get away with that much money, get it exchanged without getting caught. Like, all right,
there's no way.
Like, where are you going to where they're gonna be like, yes, then welcome in, young felon. Also his name is Young Felon. Can we talk about this man's name is Young Felon?
Yeah, well, that's the perfect. If I ever got that much money, it's stolen. I would also pose as a rapper and go to a different European country. They're like, oh yes, those Americans do love their black rappers.
Welcome to the Swiss bank, young felon, young felon. It's like, yeah, that's me. So we get a few very interesting moments throughout the film. Obviously, like I said, Denzel Washington is trying to buy his company back because he is the best ear in the music business. He has built this whole industry, but he's kind of losing steam. They're they tried to buy the company from him a while ago. Well, he basically sold the company a while ago because he wanted to save it. But now they're trying to buy the company from under him. Another rival company is like, hey, we're here to buy it. We're gonna fix this. And he doesn't really want to. He's like, do I go home to my family and hang out with my wife and travel the world and be rich? Or do I let my company die and then perhaps my son or my son's best friend, whenever they hold ransom? I really don't know which one I want the most. And so he decides he's going to buy out his partner and then try to sneak and win the votes to keep the company in his name so they don't have to sell it away. And then that is when we get the ransom for his son's life. And so all of this to say, this ends up looping back around and getting him because once he uses the money to save his son, they then sue him for using their money to save his son.
I want to put a pin in that. Can we talk about the audacity that Denzel had about how he was going to get this money to save the company, to buy the other guy out?
Oh yeah,
because him and his wife's like, you know what? Time's running down. We're going to vacation, less work, X, Y, and Z. Then Denzel just walks in, happy as can be in his home. It's like, oh, I'm going to buy this other person out, and you know what I'm gonna do it? I'm gonna put a loan out on our house, and then also take a loan out from the bank, and get some more. And she was like, this thing hasn't made a profit in how many years? What?
Right. So, and that's why I was really sitting there because how y'all talking about taking out mortgages and stuff like that, but then you had $17.5 million for the ransom.
Well, he did it.
But then y'all acting like y'all one thing away from the poorhouse. $17.5 million is not poor. So, but you're saying the record company is dying, but are we saying that it would take the equivalent of 17.5 to buy those shares? The mathing? Because I don't know.
So the issue here is that he was willing to do all of that stuff so he could buy Patrick's shares so that he can then win the vote to determine if he was going to sell it or not. But 5 years ago, when the company first was looking bad, he had investors who donated money, who invested in the company or whatever, and they earmarked the company, the money toward the record label, to the business. He is now taking the investors' money and being like, but I need $17.5 million today. And so he didn't have to do the house thing. He didn't have to do the thing. He stole them people money and put it up. He put it up for ransom. Now, of course, such a big deal. He does get the money to the people. It goes viral. And the first thing he's told the next day is like, damn, that was really cool what you did, that you gave that $17.5 million. Like the streets is going wild. You everywhere. Like you getting so much clout. But your investors saw that you did that. And it's kind of a federal crime. It's kind of a federal crime for you to steal investor money and use it for your own. So you're going to jail. You're going to jail. They said, Mari, they told them we're gonna need that money in 2 weeks. We're gonna need $75 million in 2 weeks. Thanks. Then they said, and then the collectors are coming to take your stuff away. First we want our money back. Then we're fining you for the federal crime that you did.
Yeah, meth is hard. But I do know it's hard to come up with $17.5 million,
which is why he stole it
for somebody who is not your son.
Mari, I heard meth is hard, and I was like,
that too.
That is hard. Not wrong. The audacity of this man. His wife is ready to retire. She helped him build his career. She was his lover and his secretary, and also his first like Grammy award-winning star. And here he is being like, I know you wanted to quit, but I don't care. And also, you don't have no place to live. And also, like, I'm taking our money. And also, I'm gonna keep the business going. It's not like he had a new artist to sign on the like. Sure, Ice Spice is there, but you're really gonna build your whole empire off of Ice Spice and that chick on the guitar? Really?
Which leads us to the business opportunity that he passed up. I don't know if that's where you were going, but I mean, come on now. So he gives young fella the 7.5, whoop de whoop. It's gone for a little bit. They do track him down and find him, my God, through if Denzel and Jeffrey Wright could easily find this dude, what were the police doing? I mean, what were they doing?
They didn't believe him, So basically, what happens is when Kyle gets kidnapped, he's stuck in a bathtub. He's all tied up and gagged up. And so when he gets out of the hospital, I have questions about this scene too. But when he gets out the hospital, he's saying, like, they're like, did you see anything? Did you smell anything? Anything out of the ordinary? You got to help us lead. And he's like, yeah, I kept hearing this trash song. He's like, oh, what's the song? He's like, yeah, this song. And so Denzel, who has the best music in the business, is listening to music. And he hears the song. He's like, wait, I know that song. That's the song that Kyle was singing. Let me go back and tell the cops that I figured it all out. I know the culprit. And the cops are like, so you think just because this man was listening to a rap song that automatically makes him the culprit? He's like, I mean, but his name is Young Fella, and nobody else is listening to this song. Like, I think we got a guy. And so while they all sitting around like, we need to gather evidence, he's kind of like, I'm Batman. I'm gonna do it myself.
Give me the 4-pounder. Yeah. Yes. So him and Jeffrey Wright grab their guns. They track down young felon's baby mama, who just what?
She didn't know.
No. I know, but like, why did Spike Lee had to have like mumbo salsa music for the 2 seconds like that before they opened that woman's door? I was like, this is a racism, right? Like this is
racism. There was at least 15 minutes of Puerto Rico.
Yes.
In this film. Yes. 15 minutes of just like, hey y'all, we in Puerto Rico. And I was like, are we? It's like, no, but for 15 minutes, we are in Puerto Rico.
Exactly. Yes. And do you see Puerto Ricans on the screen? This is the music you're gonna hear while they're here. I was like, this you didn't need to do this, but sure. So he opens up that lady's door. He's talking to her. She's like, oh yeah, my baby daddy love you. He at the studio. Your son was just kidnapped. That's crazy. Yeah, he's at the studio. Look at this bracelet he got me. This is cute, isn't it?
Like, it's fake, but it looked real.
Girl. It's like, who gonna tell her?
AJ, it's illegal for him to go and do this though, right? Like, it's illegal for him to go and try to like get justice on his own. Isn't that like he can't be a vigilante?
You can't.
I think this is what OJ did, right?
An abortion, you could be. Listen, I understand Texas laws.
I'm like, because I think in my state, I think you could just roll up to somebody else and
just pull up and be like, "Yo."
Dang.
But like, he shouldn't be doing this because, like, listen, as much as I hated the cops in this movie, they were like, yeah, none of this is kosher what you're doing. Like, walk in the corner and be like, listen, I have good ears. Everything I can trust. And look. He sounds like how he sounded on a phone. No, I don't have an expert here that can verify that this is real. And also, no, I can't prove that this was an AI. But you know what? Just trust me. I got this.
Okay,
Like-
but also though, that sounded exactly like him from on the phone. Like he managed to call him like all sorts of like pussy ass bitch and all sorts of stuff like that. It sounded very much like the song.
You know how much work
Like
I
he
would
was trying to disguise his voice.
I would have to do so much work to get that evidence in. Like so much work.
I just feel like once he went to the baby mama, at that
Yes.
point, she says he's in the studio right now. Hey, cops, I'm on the way to the studio. And they're like, don't do that. Well, I'm like, try to stop me. Here's the address to the studio. Be outside. They gotta come.
Right.
They gotta come. Because you called them and told them. You called them and told them. If they don't
And you
come,
took pictures of
something
the
happens,
bracelet.
right, you called them. They gotta come. I just felt like you gotta call for backup. Instead, we got Uncle Denzel and Uncle Jeffrey Wright out here. They not. They done lost a few steps, man. Both
Did they? Pause. Chappelle, did they?
I mean, Jeffrey Wright
You watched
literally
that-
just got shot.
Okay, he got shot. But I saw Denzel running through the streets of New York. I was like, damn, got caught.
It took him a minute to come down that fire escape. I was like, I was like, you gonna lose him, Unc. Like, there's no way. There's no way.
My boy was out here doing the Lord's work.
Mhm.
Before we get to the confrontation between ASAP,
Okay,
what was
that's
you
what I'm
gonna
about to say.
No,
No,
I don't want to
I-
get there yet because I have some other
Yeah.
issues. So when Trey, Denzel's son, is missing, it's like, okay, we gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta get this money in.
Yes.
Paul's there for him. They got each other's back. The police are acting like Paul is the main suspect, but he's like, nah, I'm just here. But his son is missing too. Remember, Kyle and Trey are both missing.
Mm-hmm.
Trey comes back like, dang, I don't know where Paul is. Everybody's like, whoo, thank God. We were so panicked, but at least it's Kyle, not you. And then Jeffrey Wright's character starts asking questions like, hey, well, Trey, where was the last time you see Kyle? They're like, hey, don't talk to Kyle right now. He's been through a lot. Trey has been through a lot right now. Like, let him sleep for the night. I'm like, nothing happened to him. He was at the bodega and his homeboy went missing. He doesn't need a night. He doesn't need to sleep. No, he hasn't been through a lot. He just went to get a slice of pizza, came back, waited 30 minutes, then came home. That is all that happened. So then fast forward, we get Kyle back. He's beat up. He's been kidnapped. They held him for ransom. These men barely made it home. They had him sitting on a tire swing holding 2 Puerto Rican flags like this for no reason. I still have not figured out why they had him doing that. Jeffrey Wright's character's like, hey, let me have time with myself. They're like, we gotta ask him questions. Like, why? Because why can't he have an hour? He's like, no, you stay out of this. He's like, can I talk to my no, you shut up. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. And he even says, how come when it was Trey, y'all wanted to give Trey time? But now that it's Kyle gotta be interrogated while he is laying in the hospital bed. This is crazy to me. And I have to ask, was this just because they spent $17.5 million to get him back? Because they are very intent on figuring this out all of a sudden. When earlier it was like, let him rest, y'all. Let him rest.
Yeah.
I didn't like him. Like I honestly, I don't like him, especially the white one. Like I did not like the Allstate guy.
Like, I was like mayhem. You didn't like mayhem?
Like mayhem. That was my number one issue. The way he ran down those steps is like he never ran before. I was like, sorry. The fact that he had a gun and did not use it pissed me off. I'll be honest with you.
Bad, because ASAP had no problem. Young Felon was shooting everybody in sight. But
Everybody.
yeah, it really made me kind of question, okay, are we let's just talk about this from a class perspective, right? When it's the rich kid, when it's the rich guys, a rich son, it's we gotta spend the money, and then wait, don't harass him. He got so much on his mind. Meanwhile, he is the only witness. He is the only person with any information. And they're like, give him some time, let him sleep it off. Meanwhile, poor Paul then done jail time. He's now a former felon or whatever. He's not on probation anymore, parole anymore. He said, like, I don't have no parole officer, so leave me alone. But they don't believe nothing he's saying. He's the number one suspect for this, even though everybody in the house is saying it couldn't have been him because one, he lives here and we would know, and we call him Uncle Paul. And then when it's his son, his best friend's like, sorry, can't let you use that 17.5. You know, like this is crazy that it's like two
Crazy
Americas. You know, he never got
Yes.
a chance to even get his son back. Like they are lucky they were able to get Kyle back. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, very lucky.
Yeah. Kyle was gone for how long? Like, listen, the longer he's gone, the more likely he would have been dead. So I like. So I think he was rightfully like, let me just give him time to talk to my son, be XYZ. Because let me tell you something. There's not a damn thing he's going to forget between now and 2 hours from now. After he gets finished hanging out with his dad, getting like a nice little nap, maybe get Jello from the cafeteria downstairs. Like, honestly, I feel like he's been through a lot. He deserves it. So
agreed.
They didn't care about that man.
Because I think what part of it was, I think it's also the classism, like you were talking about, but also like, imagine how stupid the cops look through this whole thing. Like, sure, Denzel's this hero that's like, oh my gosh, he saved this kid from this ransom. But there's video of like the cops being incompetent, just dropping $17 million in the street like it's nothing. Like they're like, my reputation's on the line. Forget you and your broke kid. And I'm like, no. Let the kid rest. You're good.
That's a good point because they did recover that bag that they thought the money was in, and it was just a bag full of tampons.
Just tampons.
Yeah, they going viral. They're going viral that day. Like, it's like y'all let Denzel watch the show y'all up. You know, like I got to y'all gonna get talked about. So we finally get the confrontation, right? He goes to the studio. He sees ASAP Rocky in the studio rapping or whatever. Mind you, it was pretty clear. I feel like I said, although I was trying to pin this on like Ice Spice, it was very clear to me that this was definitely an artist who had been wronged by him. Because when they had the initial with the ransom call that we hear, he's like, "You ain't God no more, nigga. I'm God." You know, and I'm like, "Oh well," because you clearly have been playing God with someone's career, blah 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 blah. So I was like, "Okay, this makes sense." Like this part of the movie made sense to me. But when he gets to ASAP Rocky, it becomes like, well, I see the potential in you, boy. Let's mentor you. And I couldn't understand if Denzel was being sincere about this. AJ, what'd you think?
Don't piss me off, Chappell. Like, really, because like it made absolutely no sense at all what was happening there. Because first off, listen, if you're going in with a loaded gun, you better be ready to use that thing, especially if that kid trying to kidnap your son, like, and try to extort you for $17.5 million, and then they'll take that money, and now your business is trying to buy you out. Like, no, get out of here. You are not leaving that studio alive. That's just me. I'm not being over here being like, you know what? That song had potential. Maybe we should do it like this. Maybe add some backing vocals. Like, no, take care of business, sir. Like,
I think I was the opposite. I was almost like, now, kid, like, what are y'all doing here? Like, there was like the tension, they were going back and forth. I was like, I kind of want to hear them make a song together. Like, I was sitting there like, is he gonna give him a record deal?
And Mari, if they would have done that, I would have came on this podcast and burned it down. Like,
I wanted to see it happen.
Me too.
I wanted to see it happen.
No.
I mean,
we cannot be encouraging kidnapping kids.
We cannot. We can't.
He didn't kidnap his kid. He got his 17.5 back.
But Mar, what's the limit? What is the limit before people just start kidnapping people's kids for record deals? We can't just allow this to happen. We can't let this go unchecked.
Chappell, that song was pretty good. He had
no.
pat to the back. Pat to the back. That was pretty good. That song, I forgot ASAP Rocky could actually rap.
You forgot he was a rapper?
Like, that was his first game.
Him and his baby mama forget that they're a part of the music industry.
Don't piss me off.
No,
they don't. That don't piss me off. Yeah. So it was a very interesting conversation, right? So ASAP is basically saying, like, look, now that this is happening and I have you in front of me, this is all I dreamed about. I've been manifesting the moment that me and you would be in the studio. It was very much like a stand moment, like an Eminem type. It's like I used to stand outside the bridge and I would look up at, all of y'all doing all your money, and I would just be at the lowest run, just waiting on my chance to get in front of you. And now I'm finally gonna get a chance to get in front of you. And I'm telling you, I'm just like AJ. I was like, if these niggas start making a song together, I swear to God, I'm turning this off. And Luckily,
I wanted it. I wanted it
no,
so badly. I'm not gonna lie.
it was so thirsty. It was just like, oh, I've been manifesting this, and like I just knew that this was day was gonna come, and I hate that it had to happen like this. But now that it's here, we're perfect for each other. My mama even said that we look like each other. Like this is perfect. Like you, like oh my god. And
Get
the
off your
whole time
knees.
I was like, right, get up. I was like, but at the same time, like you need to shoot him. Shoot him. Like I was like, hey, Sam, you gotta shoot him. You gotta shoot him. One of y'all gotta shoot him. Shoot each other. But I do like that they worked that into the conversation. The whole ASAP Rocky looks like Denzel Washington, because, well, look at him.
I also thought, I was like, is it also going to be a twist that he's his dad? Like, what is happening here?
I was prepared for that twist. I was.
That chemistry between the two of them, I thought was really good. Denzel citing his weird rap lines. I was like, I don't know what's happening, but this is low-key iconic. Like it was so it like wrapped around. It was like, why is this dude trying to like rap? And it was like his rap style versus Travis Scott. I keep saying Travis Scott. My God.
Travis Scott is
It's because of the, but ASAP Rocky is them like doing that competing style being woven into the dialogue. I thought it was so interesting. I actually like this confrontation. I thought it was very, very interesting. I thought it was an interesting way for us to get ASAP Rocky's backstory. Like you said, that whole like it pretty much was the song Stan. Like him talking about it. I wanted them to make the song right then and there. So by the time that it was proposed the second time they met, I was like, what are we doing? We're leaving money on the table here.
Oh God!
Leave money on the table, Mari.
I'm so glad AJ's here. This man just
Did y'all not see those people outside of the courtroom saying "free young felon, free young felon"?
Look, I didn't free a bunch of rappers that didn't need to be free. Okay, and
Exactly. And that's exactly what I said. I was like, would people really be saying free? And I was like, yeah, they would.
They would. Because who the hell is young felon? No matter what, 50,000 listeners a month.
Nope, not anymore. He's the most streamed. He's the most streamed rapper now. Now that he's in jail, he told him that. He said, people love this type of stuff. People love this type of stuff. Look at that Canadian short person in jail. I mean, his didn't go that far, but you know what I mean. Like people's music do spike when they be doing stuff. Like Gunna's out here now. He did something for the VMAs, I believe.
Okay. But on the flip side, Young Thug is having the worst week ever. So like it's just like it's a mixed bag. I enjoyed the confrontation, but I was definitely like, do not. What are you doing thinking about signing this fool? First of all, he tried to kidnap your son and missed. Number one,
but he
missed. That was the first issue. This man kidnapped the wrong kid. It's like when they were trying to kidnap Oprah on the Boondocks. Remember when they tried to kidnap Oprah and they took Maya Angelou? That's how. What are we doing? You can't even kidnap correctly, and you think I'm gonna run my industry off of you? Really?
I go back and forth because I think one of the flaws with the movies, I go back and forth whether like ASAP Rocky was this like criminal mastermind or like a bumbling idiot. Because genuinely,
definitely the second one.
You say the second one 100% because like why is the money underneath your bed? Like first off,
right? Like
why did you go back to work? You stole $17.5 million and you in the studio? Sir, this is the exit. You should have told your baby mama, hey, it's time to go. Start packing stuff up. And leave. She went back.
You got to go off the Swiss.
The Swiss National Bank closed at 5, y'all. We got to get.
But but he also was able to do that entire Puerto Rico scene with the switching back and forth with the bags and his touching out the tampons for the money, be able to go through the crowds and set things up. Like I was like, a dumbass that hides stuff under the bag and grab the wrong kid cannot do all this. Like
Right.
I genuinely.
Yeah.
True.
No, you're not wrong, because even the way they got the money, Denzel Washington is out there on the subway thing or whatever, and somebody hits the brake on the subway, and it makes him basically drop it. But when he drops it, the people are right below, snatch it, pass it off to the dude on the motorcycle. He takes off, runs out on foot. Somehow they have switched the bags out. It's the tampon bag now. So that's very intricate for somebody who is completely just dumb and incompetent. So I agree with you that it would take a lot. Now, the guy who runs on foot is wearing Timberlands. I know it's New York. But if I got to get away, if I have to run, no disrespect to my New York listeners, because I love y'all. But if I got to run from the cops up and down some New York steps and stairs and like up subway, all that kind of stuff, jumping fences, Timberlands, you get you some.
You wanted to get caught.
You better get on track, baby. You better get you some Pumas or something. What is this? So yeah, I have my issues, but the final confrontation is definitely where he goes and he meets him in jail because he's about to go to court, but they say, hey, he just wants one thing. That's all he wants is for you to come see him. So he comes and sees him, and ASAP's pitch is basically like, I have never been bigger. Because of this whole situation, people are streaming my music. Everybody loves me. I'm the guy. And so it would behoove you to sign me, even in jail. I'm not saying bail me out, but I'm saying now is your time to use my music to make a name for yourself again, to bring yourself back into prominence because I'm the guy. But for me, and obviously Denzel says he's not interested eventually, but for me, this is just a non-starter. This man tried to steal $17 million from you. You cannot trust him. He's also stupid. And his music ain't that good. His music is popping because he's in jail. His music is not that good. There's a reason why you heard it and we're like, hey, there's potential here. There's potential in a lot of people. A lot of people have potential. Bitch, I'm a Cow had potential. The good music came after that. Okay. So, he's like, with the right direction, I can find somebody who could be this star for me. But not after you didn't threaten to kill my child. You missed, but you tried. You tried to kill my child. You beat up my nephew. If nothing else, you beat up Kyle. I can't sign you. What I look like coming back to work and telling David I didn't sign the dude who tried to murder his son. What do I look like?
Murder your son. The reason why you only have one eye now. Like, and I was like, you know what? he made a very lucrative decision behind bars.
Yeah.
He should, first off, his eye shouldn't be completely gone. It's a little
Mari said, grow up.
Honestly, just some debridement, eye patch for a few weeks. He should be fine. He shouldn't have lost the whole thing. But two, I would tell him exactly. I would tell him I just signed my new artist who just made me $1 million off of TikTok for 2 seconds. We'll take all his money and we'll drop him. He's in there for 25 years.
He ain't that smart. 360 deal his ass, okay? Like,
exactly.
I never support the predatory use of the music business industry or young black people, except when they try to kidnap your son. It really gave like this moral question of like what Denzel Washington was willing to do for money, or at least for his dream of whatever this industry was, right? So there's definitely the point where his son comes to him and is like, "Hey, that's my best friend. I call his dad uncle. Give him the money." And he's like, no, like what? No, are you crazy? And so by the end, A$AP Rocky is holding a carrot in front of his face and saying like, money, more music. We could do it. And for the first time, he really turned down the money and made like the better moral decision. Because throughout, I really did not like him as a father, as a character, as a friend, as a businessman. Like he was not doing anything I could support. It got really bad to me, that scene when Paul told him to pay that money. And he said, well, when they said fake, like he was going to pay the money and he was like, keep negotiating. Like that to me, that's when he lost me.
Yeah, I think the tag for this is like all money isn't good money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mhm.
Which
All money is good money. All dads aren't good dads. All businessmen ain't good businessmen.
points are made.
So yeah. So like I said, the original High to Low was basically a commentary on classism, right? It was like this guy, he was a medical professional, and he basically was just like watching the rich stay rich, and he did what he did. And at the end, it's definitely like it opened the CEO guy's eyes about what the disparity is in class, right? This was called Highest to Lowest, and I really think it was something to do with like how Denzel was at the toppest rung of the music industry. He was as high as you can get, and at the lowest run, you have a former felon who is trying to change his life for the better, trying to achieve his dream, and how that looks completely different for those two people. How you could have the luxury of giving somebody $17.5 million and still waking up the next day not homeless, whereas he has to steal $17.5 million in order to provide for his family. He probably don't need that much money to do it, but if you're gonna steal money,
I would think that too.
You know what I'm saying? But like, you don't need that much money. I don't know how he landed on 17.5, but whatever. That's what he landed on. But you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's almost like it's the two Americas all over again. And then in the middle, you get David and his struggles as the person who no one cares about, the former felon whose son is in trouble, who's not rich, who doesn't have $17.5 million, who everybody is kind of looking at it like, I mean, you kind of a suspect just based off of who you are. And so all that to say, there was a lot of cool themes in the movie. My friends over the Was It Good Though podcast would definitely say, was it good though? But I have to ask, overall, y'all said it was bottom tier. Now we talked it through. Do you still feel that way, Mari?
I mean, again, it wasn't like offensive or atrocious to me. Like, I was entertained. So and again, I guess it's because my expectations were low going into it, because my cousins did say that they thought it was like not good. So I had low expectations, and I would say it kind of rose above those low expectations. So it wasn't that bad to me. It really wasn't that bad. I thought it was good for what it was worth. It was a little over 2 hours.
It's too
So
long.
Yes.
I might have dozed off in the middle, which is why y'all had to explain the math to me. But like, it was still good. It was still good.
It was a little too long for me. But AJ, what you think overall?
Like, I can 100% see having family over, and while most of us are in the other room playing Uno, that movie's in the background.
Yeah.
like, and I think it's a fun little movie that mom's gonna be like, oh wait, what just happened? Wait, we can write that real quick. And I'm like, so I think it does a passable enough job of being like a movie that brings entertainment to some, but not to all. And I think
AJ's so nice.
So I think I'm never going to be upset with something Denzel does.
Okay. And I've been trying to figure out how I feel. I think it's good for conversation. I think that the question of would you pay $18 million for somebody else's kid, if you had it, or if you kind of have it, what that looks like. I also think that showing some of the central themes like the classism and stuff like that, obviously, but then also the big dilemmas that Denzel is in. The idea that I need this money to keep my dream going, but I gotta use the money for somebody else's kid. But then when I use the money for somebody else's kid, I got sued for using the money for somebody else's kid. And then he tried to sell the company on the low, but the company was getting so much clout that they didn't want to sell no more. So he basically spent $18 million to be broke and get sued and not to be able to sell his company. And had they not got that money back, he would be in the poorhouse. And I just find it so fascinating that that's the dilemma that he was in. And that there was really no right answer for him after some point. He was just like, I gotta get this money back or I'm screwed. And so it makes it makes you beg those questions right now. He definitely put himself in that position. You had $17.5 million, but it wasn't your money. And you knew that. Like you could have told the cops in them that from jump. Like, hey, I know y'all think I have it, but I do not. The money that I have is not liquid. $17.5 million. I would need to go to these investors, blah, blah. I need to call a meeting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to talk to people before I could do this. This is not, but they were moving so fast. I think he was just kind of like, throw the money in it. And to be fair, he was willing to do that for his son.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I was
But
thinking too. I was like, don't the police provide like again fake cash or something for this? They should. I feel like they should. They have all the money. They should. You should provide the money that we're gonna pretend to give and then take right back. But that's just me. I don't know.
I gotta put in on it. Yeah, y'all gotta at least put in.
Right.
Yeah.
Like now that you put it like that, Chappelle, I would never put this on. Because
dang.
Because I remember, and this is nothing about the themes of the movie. I just remember the last major fight my family has had with each other. And it was about and it was watching, what was it? It was like Beast Games. And we was like, hey, should those people take that money up there and press that $1 million?
The $1 million?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And AJ, what did you land on?
I'm thinking of money. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, listen.
I think because most of those people did end up with a good portion of money, but it wasn't $1 million. You're right.
It wasn't $1 million.
It wasn't $1 million.
And when we're talking about money, we're going to get heated. And I can just see my niece going to my uncle and be like, oh, so you want to give money to save me? And it's like, it's $17 million. What do you want me to do? Where you taking the $17 million from?
Right. You got $17 million.
So I can just see a fight break out, and it's like hilarious because of this movie.
I'm telling you, if somebody asked me for $17 million a day, I'd be like, I don't know where I'm gonna get it. Yeah, there's no way. I'm never seeing that money in my lifetime.
$17, like let alone $1 million.
Let's talk about it. Let's not talk about it.
Y'all know the Powerball had got to like 1.8 billion the other day.
It did. Did somebody hit it yet?
Oh yeah, like 4 people hit. Like 2 hit it in Texas. But so yeah, it's back. So it's back down. A ticket. I was in 2 Powerball pools. I was like, somebody hit something.
Yeah,
I'm leaving here with something. Dang. Not to quote Denzel, but I'm leaving here with something. And I did not win anything, sadly, because if I did it, we might not be having an episode this week. Had I hit some money, I think I just sent AJ and Mari a little check, and then we would have gone on about our day. But
and Chappelle, I would not have been mad at you. I'll be like, go on.
Yeah. But, to me,
I love sitting around thinking about what I would do with
the money. We can do a whole podcast on that for sure. Just okay, 17.5 million. Go. You know, like we could. That's definitely a fun exercise. I got things to purchase.
17.5 million.
I just the $1.787 billion Powerball jackpot was won by 2 winners. Purchased in Texas and Missouri. Winners can pick between 2 pre-tax options. Pre-tax options. Wow. A lump sum of $410.3 million or an annuitized prize of $893.5 million. But that's pre-tax. So post-tax would probably bring them down to what, like at least maybe I would say the lowest 250 mil.
It probably less than, probably more than that. That's
what I'm saying. I'd be like, that would be the absolute lowest. It said, however, the Missouri ticket holder could pay millions more in taxes.
Yeah, we don't have state tax.
If I won $200 something million, I would slide y'all $1 million. I would.
I'm showing love.
Yes.
I'm doing raffles on Recap Kickback. Hey, y'all, for the 13th subscriber, I got you. You know what I'm saying? No, that's my
like you just see a message from me like, hey, what's your Venmo? What's your Cash App real quick? Like, nothing important. Just show out to the warm ones. That was there for me when I was nothing.
Exactly.
I had plenty of for that money. I really did. And I didn't win a dime of it. And I'm telling you, I have things to buy. But I know even when I gambled that I'm not going to win because God knows my heart.
Don't give me that much money.
God knows my heart. Okay, that's all I have to say. This was so much fun. It was so much fun breaking down this movie and talking about it with y'all. I had such a good time. I thought the acting from Jeffrey Wright was amazing.
Yes.
I thought Denzel was doing what Denzel does sometimes. And then everybody else was cool too. So this was so much fun. I recommend it again for the conversation, but I would not say it's my favorite Denzel Washington movie. But I do appreciate y'all talking about it with me and listening. Or all the listeners out there, AJ, thank you for coming back. It's been way too long.
It has been way too long. And I'm so sad because every time I come back, I'm like, no, that was so much fun. Why did I stay away?
Exactly.
You're a busy man, AJ. You're a busy man. Tell everybody where they can find you if they can.
You can find me on Twitch at the Kid AJ Norris, playing games every now and then. Yeah.
All right. Nice. I have to go subscribe. I think I'm subscribed. Let me go subscribe. Make sure y'all go subscribe to AJ on Twitch. Mari, you still on Twitch?
I'm on there. I don't be on there, but I'm on there.
Okay. Subscribe to Mari too. Subscribe to Mari too. What you got going on?
For me, you can just find me over on Crime Scene. You can go to crimescenepod.com. That's CrimeSEEN pod.com. Last week, me and Sarah Carradine broke down the wildest documentary on Netflix right now, Unknown Number, the high school catfish. It is one of the wildest documentaries ever. Everybody is checking for it. I myself personally have listened to at least 3 or 4 other podcasts talk about it. It's such an insane documentary that we had so much fun, just me and Sarah talking about it. Coming up, we'll be talking about Thirst Trap, a 2-part series on Paramount Plus, I believe, about this TikToker guy named William White, aka Whitey18, who back during COVID basically made all these middle-aged white women like flood their basements and give him money. Yeah, like it's interesting to say the least. So just go and subscribe to Crime Scene Pod. Also, you can sling me and Sarah a couple bucks by going to buymeacoffee.com/Crime Scene Pod. Follow me on Blue Sky at Mari Talks Too Much. That's 2 like the number 2, where I was formerly talking about Big Brother 27. Don't know if I'll be doing that anytime soon. No. So yeah, that's all I got going on.
All right. You can follow me on all social media platforms at Recap Kickback. Please make sure you subscribe to this podcast, youtube.com/@RecapKickback, and catch me on the Nothing But Netflix podcast, talking about whatever I want to talk about over there. I think we're talking about Long Story Short soon, but we're also going to talk about whatever that true crime documentary that Mari and I were texting about. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's like the scammer get like the con artist hunter or something like that.
Love Con Revenge.
Love Con Revenge. It's the person who comes the person who was one of the Tinder swindlers victims came back to get revenge. So I'm gonna talk about that I think at some point. But yeah, you gotta subscribe. nothingbutpod.com for the Nothing But Netflix podcast. You can follow me on Twitch as well, twitch.tv/Chappells_show. But that way you can keep up with me when I Twitch stream or when I am doing my live Flavor of Love recaps with Chantel. We are on to season 2. Chantel is about to find out what a safari is this week, y'all, and you're not gonna want to miss that. So tune in, subscribe. And all,
When is it? When is that?
This week live, one of these evenings, probably Thursday or Friday, probably. Yep. If you hear this, it probably hasn't happened yet. But we're working on that. It's the premiere of Flavor of Love season 2, but much, much more over here on Recap Kickback. Thanks y'all again for Mari and for AJ. You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the hell up out of here. Talk to you next time. Peace. I've been trapped behind Maria, isolated like it's North Korea. Smaller city with some bigger dreams. The wall is cracked, I'm looking in between it. The world is yours, but man, I gotta see it. They say it's hard, but man, I gotta see it. The air I'm breathing can't feel my chest. Wait on life, I wanna hold my breath. I'ma get in my goddamn self.